Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and this is our daily show. We didn't have a first look show last night because it's kind of a small slate. We got 4 games for the NBA slate today on February 26th. But we do have 6 plays for you today, and I actually feel really good about these. We had some, it's like your matchups are limited on a slate this small, and so we didn't want to just throw out plays that we didn't truly believe in. I ended up staying up super late last night, messing around, waiting for plays to pop up that I was actually interested in. So it would have taken forever for us to get the video out last night to actually give you plays we were confident in. So we decided to just wait till today. But we do have a full 6-pick slip for you, and you can take these, take the ones you like. You can use some of these to make 2-mans, 3-mans. Just use it however you want. Plays you're not interested in, just fade them. It's no big deal. But we do have 6 for you to choose from today. Before we get into these plays, though, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. Just make sure you put that code in, and they will just double whatever you put on up to $100. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Some of these plays move on us pretty quickly sometimes, so if you want to be able to jump on the value right when we drop the video, just make sure your notifications are on. And if you guys don't mind, just do us a favor and like the video. Best way to support the channel, just helps us get in front of a larger audience. It's a great way to help us grow if you appreciate what we're doing. So we always thank you when you don't mind just pressing that like button for us. And these are the plays we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to be taking Vince Williams Jr. over 6 assists, Jaren Jackson Jr. over 3.5 turnovers, and Emmanuel Quickley over 3.5 rebounds. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking Josh Hart for over 13.5 rebounds and assists again. I'm taking De'Aaron Fox over 9.5 rebounds and assists, and I'm taking Thompson for over 10.5 points and assists.
Cool. All right, and a lot of these plays, at least on my side, these were all put in the Discord last night at like 4 a.m. I stayed up way too late making slips on Underdog and on Prize Picks. But yeah, that's one of the perks of the Discord is you always get those plays as we're making slips. We're throwing plays in there. So some of you that are a part of our Discord may have already saw these plays, but now you'll get like a video breakdown of why I like them today. And why Jordy likes some of his today. Let's get into our recap. Before we do, though, we would just want to remind you guys about Daily Grind, the DFS optimizer. It's my favorite tool by far. I was just making all sorts of random slips last night using the optimizer. I put a slip out on X. If you guys haven't yet, follow us on X. We got at BackdoorFS, and then you can just follow either of our handles. But I was just literally like using the optimizer, and I had all of the settings turned on. So every sport they offer, and I made like a top 5 underdog slip of just their top 5 plays on the board. And it's just pretty fascinating the way they get all of the information to you across all these different platforms on all these different types of sports. I've been having a lot of fun with the optimizer lately. And we use it to search plays. We also use it to confirm plays once we like a play. So you'll see us using it here in a minute. But if you guys end up wanting to check it out, we've partnered up with them. We've been partnered with them for a long time. We love that company. They're giving all of our viewers 25% off if you use code BACKDOOR. There's a link in the description of the video, or you can go to dgfantasy.com, but just make sure you take advantage of that discount if you decide to sign up. Cool. So here's the recap. We had a little bit of a rough go of it. John Collins, I took him for over 9.5 rebounds. He ended up just falling short. He went for 8. That game got out of hand in the second half, and he didn't end up playing that much. It was a Kessler night. Kessler got a lot of play time towards the end there, and the dude was a defensive monster again. I don't think that we're done with Kessler yet. And I know, we're Jordy and I are fans of Kessler. So even though Collins didn't hit, I was excited to see Kessler getting some more play time. So yeah, Collins went for 8 instead of 9.5. And then Tyrese Maxey was so close, man. He hooked us. We took him for over 10.5 rebounds and assists. He just went for 10. And it was so unfortunate because I was watching this game with some of the guys in Discord who we all had this play. And there was an opportunity right at the end there. Maxey had, I forget who he had wide open under the basket, but we were like all just like, I was celebrating like, all right, we're going to cash. And then Brook Lopez comes out of nowhere and does what he does, just blocks him so hard. I was like, oh my God, you kept me from cashing, Brooke, but he's doing his job. But anyways, you want to get into yours, Jordy?
Yeah. So similar situation on my end. I went 1-1. We took LeBron for over 1.53s. He had 3. So he did exactly what we needed him to. And then we took Colin Sexton. This was a really big heartbreaker for me because I had so many slips I would have cashed if he had just hit this. But he didn't even shoot a 3-pointer, which is so unlike him to just not even attempt any. I was like, halfway through the game, I kind of switched over to that game, and I was like, what is going on? Because I was hanging out with my wife at the time, and I was like, he's not even shot one. I thought maybe he was just like 0 for 2 or 0 for 3 or something, but yeah, he just didn't shoot any. He had a decent little game shooting from the floor, but yeah, he didn't shoot a 3 for us, which was super unfortunate, so we didn't cash that one.
Yeah, the Jazz were pretty much in control of that game.
Yeah.
They look good. This is a fun time of year. Like a lot of these teams are really putting it together,
Yeah.
and it makes it easier for us to call out plays. So I'm really pumped. That's probably why I was up till like 4 a.m. I made way too many slips last night. I've been going hard on Underdog. Underdog's got like all sorts of. There's some plays on there that you're never going to get on Prize Picks. And so I found some of those using the DFS optimizer. And when you see some of these plays that are like so heavily juiced and you go and look and you see why, Gary Trent Jr. over 1.5 assists, like you're never going to find that on Prize Picks. Like they'll make it like a demon play or a goblin play. But anyways, I was like all over that last night. But let's get into these plays because we got 6 of them. So it'll take us a minute to get through them. But starting with Vince Williams Jr., this was all over our Discord last night. I've been riding this assists prop for a minute here because his lines are just too low. The dude's been killing it. And I know Moose had it in a 2-man last night. I had a 2-man with it that we dropped in Discord. And then I just started doing a bunch of builds with it because I didn't think it was going to stay. But we were getting it at 6.5 last night, which I'm happy to take it at. And now it's all the way down to 6. So I'm loving this play. We got a 214.5 over under. The Nets favored by just 2, surprisingly, because the Grizzlies are still pretty beat up. But yeah, so relatively low scoring game. But I think Vince is going to get this done regardless. If we hop over here to Outlier, you can see he's done this in 6 straight games. So 6 out of his last 10, but 6 straight. And you can see that trend. I bet his minutes correspond a little bit. No, actually that's with his minutes aren't even corresponding. So he's getting the minutes. He's getting about 35 minutes a game, 3 fouls per game. So nothing to be too concerned about. I hope this dude, it's like, what are you going to do with someone like Vince when this team is fully healthy? This guy's proving that he can be a starting point guard in the league. But yeah, so anyways, we'll stay focused here. 6 straight games of 7 or more. The matchup is okay. They're a little bit above average, Brooklyn. And Brooklyn's really good on certain aspects of defense. Shooting guard in particular, they allow some assists. It's not like that says a lot about their defense. But so 11th in assists allowed. So the matchup is like okay. But he's done this so many times, straight. And so I'm just going to stay in the Flames. And if we look at these teams he's done this against, you've got like difficult matchups. The Pelicans, he went for 9. We got 7 against Houston, 7 against Milwaukee, and then last night 8 against the Clippers. Or not last night, last time they played 8 against the Clippers. So he's doing this regardless of matchup, whether it's an easy matchup or a difficult matchup. One of the luxuries right now is because they are so beat up. This guy, like we said, is getting 35 minutes a game. You can see Bane, Morant, obviously, like all of these guys are out for the time being. So feeling good about this play. If we hop over to Daily Grind, we take a look here. They have this favored just slightly to go over. This is basically a 50-50 shot on Daily Grind. 50.31% odds to hit the over. They have it at a -117, which is pretty much 50-50. But what I'm surprised about is I'm surprised this odds to hit indicator isn't bumped up a little bit more because we're getting it at 6 on Prize Picks. Everybody else has it at 6.5. So the nice thing about that is, at 6.5, if he goes for 6, we lose. But at 6, that's a push. But I think he's going to go for 7 or 8 tonight personally. So I'm feeling great about this play. I have it in so many slips already. Go with your gut though, as always. we're just here to show you what we're getting into and why. So yeah, feeling good about Vince. Going to take that for more. Jaren Jackson Jr. I have this in a bunch of slips as well at this point. 3.5 turnovers. I'm feeling great about this. We already went over the over/under, so I'm just going to hop straight to outlier. He's gone over this 4 out of his last 5 games, and against the Clippers, he still went for 2 turnovers. I like Jaren Jackson Jr., but he does turn the ball over a lot, and he doesn't rebound very well for someone who's playing the 5. But if you look at how often he's turning the ball over, and these are against somewhat difficult teams in some aspects. We got Houston, we got the Pelicans, but even against Charlotte, he turned the ball over 5 times, Chicago 4 times. Now he's going up against the number 1 team in the NBA for forcing turnovers at the center position. So this is just screaming to me to take this play and go with your gut. Sometimes when everything looks perfect, that's when he shows up and it doesn't hit for you. But I'm all over this play. He's getting his 32.3 minutes per game, 3.8 fouls per game. So this dude does get in foul trouble, unfortunately, but he turns the ball over so much. So yeah, that combined again with the matchup, toughest matchup in the league for turnovers. I'm going to be taking this for sure. If we hop over to Daily Grind, they've got this at a 50-50 shot as well, the over and the under, obviously. And everybody's got it at 3.5. Everybody has it at 50-50 shot. I think that's just because turnovers are a little unpredictable, that's not something that's like super active. You can't count on it like you can like points and rebounds and those other types of stats. But in this case, I just can't not take a chance on this since he does it like most of the time. And now he's got the toughest matchup in the league. So I'm going to be rolling that one over. Then Emmanuel Quickley, 3.5 rebounds. I don't know why this is still at 3.5 today. This was at 3.5 last night. And he's been doing well with rebounding as of late. We have a super high over under here. Obviously, we have the Pacers involved. And we know anytime the Pacers are in a game, we have a high over under because they are one of the best scoring teams in the league. So 245 over under, Pacers favored by 6. This is going to be a fun game. I want a lot of pieces of. Hop back over to outlier. You can see he wasn't super active for a while. He's only gone over this 4 out of his last 10 times, but 4 of those times he missed it by 1. So 8 out of his last 10, he's gone for 3 or more, and we need him to go for 4 in this case. But these most recent games, like I told you, he's been popping off. Last time they played Indiana, he went for 6. He went for 6 against Brooklyn. He went for 7 against Atlanta, which is a similar matchup to the Pacers. It's that fast-paced, high-scoring offense, So I don't know why this is at 3.5 still. The matchup is they're a little bit above average. The Pacers, they're 13th in rebounds allowed to point guards. But I don't know. I'm all over this play. I have it in a bunch of slips already. He's averaging 32.5 minutes per game over the last 5 and just 2 fouls per game. So he's not getting in foul trouble. He's never going to be taken off the floor because he's in foul trouble. And as of late, his minutes have been getting a little bit bumped. Again, last time he played Indiana, 35.3 minutes. And again, we only need 4 rebounds here. So I'm feeling great about this play. And if you guys are interested in checking out this app Outlier, it's so good. It's our favorite statistical analysis app. You can check matchups, you can check injury reports, you can see what players do with other players. Like you can, remove players from the equation. Like I could take someone out, like Grady Dick. I could take him out and we could take a look. Yeah, the announcers have been having fun with that dude. But I can take a look and see what Emmanuel Quickley's done without Grady on the floor. So that's a huge upside you've got there when you're trying to figure out, is this a good play or not? So anyways, guys, if you want to check this out, you can try it free for 7 days. Just go through the link in the description of the video. Outliers partnered up with us. So they're, rather than giving you a discount, they're saying, why don't you just try it for free for 7 days? See if you like it, So definitely take advantage of that. But let's hop back over to Daily Grind real quick. So yeah, they've got his rebounds as one of his top plays. They've got his assists up there as well. 5.5 is low for him, so if you like that play, go for it. But this rebounds at 3.5. I just got to go with it. He's gone 3 straight games of 6 or more, and one of which was against Indiana. So yeah, they've got it at a 52.25% odds to hit the over at a -127, and across the board, everyone's got this at a -122 or higher to hit the over. So those are my 3. I'm feeling great about these, and I'm going to pass it over to Jordy now for his 3.
Sweet. Yeah, man. So before I get into mine, I just wanted to tell you guys about one of our other sponsors, and that is Chalkboard. Chalkboard's a lot like Prize Picks in a sense where you can like protect your plays, and you can go all the way up to, I think, like an 8-man slip. So it's kind of like Sleeper, honestly, but you can actually protect your plays now. They do this thing called Shield Plays, and you can protect your plays. Is awesome because with that app you can set your own lines. So like Emmanuel Quickley, for instance, if we were going to take his rebounds at 3.5, they'd set the line there, and I could bump it up to like 4 or 5.5 if I think he's going to go for more, and I could get like a 3.2x on that multiplier if I bring it up. Or if I think he's only going to get like 3, I could bump it down to 2.5 and get like a 1.1x. So there's a lot of freedom on that app to do what you want. It's really cool. We really love it. They're giving all of our viewers a 100% deposit match too. So if you go to the link in the description, it's iOS only at the moment. They're working on the Android in the desktop version, but they will match your first deposit up to $100 if you use code BACKDOOR at checkout. So go check them out for sure. We're having a lot of fun over there. All right, let's get into my 3 plays here. So starting off with Josh Hart, I'm taking him for over 13.5 rebounds and assists. This play's just been money, man. You know, I'm going to stay in the flames with this one until it completely dies out on me. But, you know, he's gone over this in 9 out of 10 games. Over the stretch of 20, it doesn't look as good, but it's because he's getting more minutes over the last 10 games with all the injuries. He's been amazing. I mean, for how undersized he is, you know, he's not super undersized, but for his position and like his height, he's the best rebounder I've ever seen at that height. You know, he's insane. You know, he hit this for us in the last video as well. He went for 8 rebounds and 6 assists. The assists just give so much more value to this play because he has so many double games where he goes for like 10 assists, 10 rebounds, and it's set at 13.5, which is just too low for what he's capable of. So, you know, a little bit of a tough matchup depending on where he's at. 6 in rebounds, 1st in assists. Sometimes he bumps over to like the 3. You know, and the assists there and rebounds look a little bit easier. So honestly, I don't even care. He's done this so many times against so many tough matchups, and with the minutes he's getting right now, I mean, he's getting 40 minutes a game, like even, and it's crazy. He's so active on the floor, so they need him right now. All these injuries are still in place. No OG Anunoby, no Julius Randle, no Mitchell Robinson, and you know, so that's all the signs we want right there. So overall, as a team, they're giving up the 10th most rebounds, which is 42.6, and they're giving up 18th. They're 18th in assists, giving up 26.9. So they'll have opportunities. I think he can get this done for us. You know, the one thing about Hartenstein, I love that guy, but he does get in foul trouble a lot, so that helps Josh Hart out a lot. And, you know, he gets a lot more active on rebounding when he's out of the game. So I'm going to be taking this one for sure to go over. If we look at daily grind for this one, let me just punch it in. I'm sure. So, yeah, it's juiced 51.38% and a -124. So definitely taking this one over. And then De'Aaron Fox is my next play here. He's at 9.5 rebounds and assists. I feel good about this one. Let me just bring up this over-unders real quick. So in that Knicks game, we have a 223.5 over-under with an 11.5 point favorite to the Knicks. That's not too scary for me. I think Detroit, they're playing a little bit better coming out of the All-Star break, so I'm pretty confident that they can at least keep this game from getting the starters benched at least. So I'll be taking that one. The Knicks are in need of some wins here, so they're going to be trying pretty hard. So I think Detroit's going to hang in there, though. And to get over to this Sacramento game, this is going to be a fun game at the end of the night. We got them versus the Heat, 225 over-under with a 6.5 point favorite to the Kings. You know, we'll see. The Heat are playing a lot better ball recently, so it'll be a fun game for sure. But this 9.5 line, he's been hitting this over the last 10 pretty well. He's hit it 6 out of his last 10, and he's hit it 4 out of his last 5. he's just been a lot more active assisting the ball. His assists are set right at his ceiling though. In the rebounding, I mean, the dude's getting close to double-digit rebounds for sure. So this line is pretty low for what he's been doing. It's set at 9.5, and he's gone for 15, 16, 14, and 13 over the last 4 games. So, it's a little bit of a tough matchup for sure. 8th in rebounds allowed, giving up 5.5, and 17th in assists allowed, giving up 8.6. So the assist is a pretty good selling point here for me. In the head-to-head, he's hit this once. He had 18 in one game, and then he missed it in the most recent game. He only went for 8, but he got pretty close. So I'm feeling pretty good about this one. No Jimmy Butler, obviously, with the whole suspension thing, and no Nikola Jovic, however you say his name. Tyler Hero's a game time decision, so we'll see how this game pans out tonight. Terry Rozier's a game time decision. This could either be a slaughter or, they're gonna hang in there till the very end with some of these guys. So just be careful with this game, I would say. Even, Jimmy Butler brings a lot to the table, and if there's no Tyler Hero and Rozier, that'll be ugly. So if Rozier and those guys aren't playing, you might just be careful with this play. Just keep an eye on those injury tags for sure, because if the Heat don't have anyone playing, I think it would be a tough game for them. So yeah, I feel good about this one though. If we want to look at daily grind real quick, let's go ahead and punch Fox in. So his rebounds and assists are really juiced to go over. It's a 53.5% chance to go over and a -133. So feeling good about this one. And then the last play is Usar Thompson. I love these dudes, Usar and his brother. They're such ballers, and I think if they were getting like starting minutes, they would be really, really good players. So if we look at the matchup here, the matchup's amazing. Me and Russo were talking about it. This is a good matchup for Usar and Fontecchio. Fontecchio got traded to the Pistons, and they play the same position, but they're both getting around like 25 minutes a game, and they both deserve the minutes. I mean, they're both playing pretty good ball. So I like, honestly, both of these guys when it comes to points and assists. It's just a great matchup for him, points assist wise at this position. Ranked 22nd in points allowed to small forwards and ranked 20th in assists allowed. So feeling really good about this matchup for Usar. He did not get very many minutes the last time they played, so the head-to-head really does not matter. But with how tough this is going to be as a game, I think Usar is going to get plenty of minutes. I expect him to be in this 25 to 30 minute range for sure. He's gone over this 4 out of his last 5 games. And it's just a really, really good matchup too. A lot of these plays are matchup dependent. You want to find good matchups and you want the lengthy history. He doesn't have like a great history of going over this play, but over the last 10, he's been playing a lot better ball because his minutes have gone up. And he's just shooting the ball pretty well too. He had 19 points in this one game against the Lakers. He put up 8 against Orlando. So as long as he just plays to his averages, he should go over this line, no problem. I think he'll beat it in points alone, but he does have these games where he goes for like 5 assists, and you want that value because, I mean, just like this game right here is a great representation of what we want. He went for 10 points. He didn't hit that line, but he had the 5 assists that pushed him over. So that's what you want to look for. 10.5 is pretty low for a guy who's getting 25 to 30 minutes a game. It's just going to be if he can hit his shots or not tonight. So hopefully he has good shooting averages. If we want to look at this play on daily grind here, this one is really juiced to go over to 53.62% chance and a -139 on their odds makers. So really good signs all around for this one. This game, obviously, we went over the over-under. It's going to be, I think the Knicks are going to win, but, we just need the Pistons to keep it, like, under 20 points. If it's at, like, 20, 25 points going into, like, the fourth quarter, they might throw in the scrubs, but I doubt it. The Pistons are finally at that point where he's just letting them play. And unless it's, like, a really bad slaughter, like 30 points, then Monty will throw in the scrubs, but his team right now is kind of a bunch of scrubs, so he's kind of got to let him play. So he's been doing a good job at that lately, so hopefully Usar can get the minutes tonight. And that's my 3.
All right, guys. Yeah, feeling good about this 6. Every now and again when we get these smaller slates, it's actually kind of fun because you don't have like 12 games and just so much on the board that you have to kind of like sift through. And then when you're actually watching the games, I don't know, it's just I like the balance of like every now and again I love like I'm always excited for like a really big slate, but then every now and again, these smaller slates are just kind of relaxing to kick back and just really focus on a couple games because we love watching the games, obviously, while we play. But yeah, feeling good about these 6. We hope you guys have a good Monday. And if you're interested in checking out our Discord, there's a link in the description of the video. It's about 50 cents a day, and it honestly just keeps getting more and more fun over there. We've been so active lately, and we've been doing like esports at night. We've got soccer plays in there. We've got NHL plays in there. Like we're really expanding what we cover. And last night, even though we couldn't do the first look video, we ended up dropping like a ton of plays in our Discord most of the night. So if you are a part of our Discord, definitely go check out the share your picks section because there's a ton of slips in there. I think there's probably like 12 slips in there from everybody. But also, guys, if you haven't yet, definitely go sign up for Underdog. There are some insane plays on there, and we've got a bunch of slips in our Discord for Underdog. Like I said, that Gary Trent Jr. 1.5 assists is so heavily juiced to go over. I don't know if it's still on Underdog right now, but we've been loving between Chalkboard and Underdog and Prize Picks. We've been really expanding the platforms we cover. We're about to jump into our Underdog video coming up next after this. So if you go sign up, there's a link in the description of the video. Make sure you use code BACKDOOR because not only does Underdog give you a full deposit match up to 100, so $100 gets you 200 to play with. They also give you instant pick'em specials, so you get some free plays just to get started that are unique to you as a new user. You get these extra plays. Plus, they've been putting discounted plays like every single day. So we've been really spreading things out. The nice thing about Underdog and Chalkboard is they have plays as low as $1. So you have a little bit more freedom to make a bunch of slips. You don't have to do the $5 minimum. So definitely check that out. And yeah, guys, do not sleep on Chalkboard because I really feel like this new change with the shielded play is going to push them up over the top because when you're on there actually building out these plays, like the fact that they put it in your hands to make the demon plays or the goblin plays instead of just having to take what Prize Picks gives you is a total game changer. And again, like plays as low as $1, you can find these sweet spots. Like I'm definitely, when Jordan talked about the Emmanuel Quickley rebounds, I'm absolutely going to go bump that up to like 4.5. I'll make a couple with 5.5 because he's been averaging 6. And that'll give me a huge multiplier. You can get up to like 100x on like a 5 or 6 man slip. Even with it shielded, you can get all the way up to like 65x on a shielded play that you have the control over. So definitely check all those out. And yeah, guys, we're excited. We're getting back into rhythm here. We're going to try to get a sweep today. And I don't know. I'm pumped. I don't know about you, Jordy, but I'm really feeling it.
I'm pumped.
So, and we kind of want to, I don't know, we've talked off and on about it, but we're looking for ways to incorporate like a live stream, so if that's something you guys would be down for, let us know in the comments. I was thinking like maybe it'd be fun, like an hour before the slates are starting, if we just went live and then you guys could ask us questions, or if there's particular plays you're interested in, maybe you could ask us questions and we can do some live research for you. If that's something you guys would be down for, just let us know in the comments because we're kind of just sort of brainstorming how that would play out. But we appreciate you guys as always. Don't forget to like the video, help us out a little bit there, and yeah, guys, have a great night, and we will catch you here in just a little bit for the Underdog Show.
All right, good luck, guys.